right. What's going on, everyone? This is Zen here from Zen Multiverse, and I hope you're having a great day. So we have some things to talk about when it comes to this cover that you see right here. But before we do that, smash that like button and time to hit that intro. This one is for the teacher who passed me the math test face down and didn't think I was going to become successful. This is for 9 times 9 equals 81.
You will never amount to anything. We shall see, brother.
Let's go! Alright, team. So, there's a couple of things that's going on here. And in particular, if you look at this, this is the old school 92 X-Men that are coming out of a Krakoan gateway, right? So we have this is basically Houseofx number 2, right? And it's going to be a 1 out of 5, and it's written by Steve Fox. Art is by Savfk. This beautiful cover is by David Baldion. And it's going to be on sale April 6th, right? So basically the 90s X-Men are gonna encounter, right, the story arcs of today, right, in this limited series, right, of this Houseofx. Now we know that Hickman's run of Houseofx started in the summer of 2019, and it was let me just say it was a phenomenal run. Hickman is now off of that X-Men itself, and I hope that's not gonna stay that way, right? Because he has planted a lot of seeds, right? So to speak, especially when we're talking about Krakoa itself. And I'm really excited for this, right? Because what this means is we're gonna get old school X-Men, right? And they're gonna interact with current stories. I'm not too sure how they're gonna really do this, right? Because I don't want it to be like when they brought back the younger first generation of the X-Men, right? The first class, basically, and they brought them into the new era, and they were just like, yeah, and basically they brought in that team Beast and a couple others. They brought back these time displaced X-Men as a means to convince Cyclops at the time of his wrongdoings, right? Needless to say, I thought it was an arc that wasn't really as entertaining as it could be, but to see these X-Men old school costumes is gonna be absolutely amazing, right? I'm looking at Cyclops right there, and I'm like, you know, that's my boy Cyclops, right? And the first thing that pops into my head when I'm looking at pictures like this with the old school X-Men is this. I didn't want to put it on too long because, you know, copyright, but one more time, here we go. All right, that's it. That's all I could do. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going on here. And what are they really? Is this really are they going to be time displaced, or is it something of the nature where Cerebro is backing up and they're making, I don't know, they're bringing back to life these versions of them, right? I don't know. It's kind of confusing. I'm looking at the solicitation right here. So mutants of the past find their own sovereign nation state in X-Men 92 House of C2, which is basically Houseofx 2, right? So yeah, there's not that much into it, right? I just think this is pure nostalgia and just fan service, right? One of the things that I'm reading here is the source: if I died tomorrow, I'd be happy, but please resurrect me ASAP on Krakoa. That's been added that he had started collecting X-Men. So this is just basically him talking about his love for the X-Men, right? Awesome. And yeah, so I don't know what to say about this really. You know, it's pretty exciting, but I'm just not too sure how the story is gonna interact with current stories. And what I mean by that is, are these time displaced X-Men, or are these X-Men or mutants that just got resurrected, right? And if they're resurrected, why were they resurrected? And does that mean that there's a current team that parallels them, right? The current Cocoan versions of them, and then these that are coming. So it's like, I don't know, right? Because then you could argue a little bit like, why are they here? What can they possibly bring to the table, right? In terms of experience. Now, when I'm looking at all of these guys right here, I mean, like, I'm thinking about Professor X, who can now walk in the current comic books, Magneto, and even Jean Grey. Jean Grey's like aptitude and everything that she's gone through has developed her powers to brand new heights and levels. You know what I mean? So like this older version, or younger version rather, is coming on the scene, but I'm not too sure what they're gonna do, right? But again, I think maybe what this is, it's not really going to be too integral to the story, but it's more about fan service because of the Disney Plus show XMEN 92 that's going to be coming out. So I think this is just really utilizing the comic books, right, which is their original home, in order to propel and advertise the upcoming XMEN 92 show that's going to be coming out, which is going to be pretty cool. So if we're going to see interactions between these versions of these characters with like the newer versions, it's going to be pretty cool. It's just going to be a fun ride. Like I said before, it's not going to be it's just a couple out of a couple, right? It's just a couple comic books. It's 1 out of 5, right? I wonder if it's going to be 1 out of 5 monthly, like a monthly run. If it is, then it makes perfect sense for them to be utilizing this as a form of advertisement. But yeah, one more time for the road. All right, that's it. All right, team, I'm gonna bounce out of here. I'm pretty hyped for this. And guys, let me know what you think about the new format of these type of videos, because I could crank out a ton more videos like this in this news type format than going to, the editing kind of screen, right? Shout out to Abomination in the background. But yeah, anyway, team, I'm ranting and raving. This is Zen from Zen Multiverse, saying peace, love, and prosperity. If you're enjoying the content, you know what to do. Drop me a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video with like-minded people, and remember, team, you have the power to shape the world around you and essentially your reality. Be good to yourself and be good to others. Later, everyone. XMEN 92.